A US-Taliban agreement to be signed shortly will allow for complete U.S. troop withdrawal from Afghanistan in 14 months, officials say.
Here's a summary of the article.
The U.S. and its NATO allies will withdraw all their troops from Afghanistan in 14 months if the Taliban uphold their commitments under a deal to be signed shortly, officials say. Talks between the Afghan government and the Taliban are to follow. The coalition will complete the withdrawal of their remaining forces from Afghanistan within 14 months following the announcement of this joint declaration and the US-Taliban agreement, subject to the Taliban's fulfillment of its commitments, the statement released by the US and Afghan governments said. Washington's top negotiator announced last September that the U.S. would withdraw 5,400 troops from Afghanistan within 20 weeks as part of a deal agreed in principle with Taliban militants. A week ago the Taliban agreed to a reduction of violence, although Afghan officials say at least 22 soldiers and 14 civilians have been killed in Taliban attacks over that period. The U.S. was joined by an international coalition and the Taliban were quickly removed from power. The Taliban has however continued to gain momentum, and last year the BBC found they were active across 70% of Afghanistan.
This post received a score of 27,324, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Sounds like NATO also agreed to this deal. I have been wanting an end to the war for a very long time. I am really hoping this is a real deal that actually works.
I mean, the Taliban absolutely isn't going to stop being violent, and Afghanistan is bound for civil war. But we'll be out of a 20-year war, so that's pretty good.
I don't have the faintest idea what the best way to leave would be. I know leaving is going to be hell on earth for the people there and it won't be good for the US interests, but I doubt another 10 years of this war would be any better. I'll keep an open mind, but my rule of thumb is, if NATO agrees to the deal, then it is probably the best we can get. And by God, I have wanted out of the Middle East for ages now.
Even though it probably won't work, even though the Taliban are probably going to break their end of the deal, at least it didn't come out on Twitter that we were pulling out in 2 weeks at the protest of our generals, our allies not being informed, and our local allied militia force about to be exterminated by a foreign invasion. This is about the best we can ask for at this point. We have no chance in actually making this war mean something in Afghanistan regardless of how long we stay emo, so we may as well get out.
The point of the war was to get bin Laden and the people responsible for 9/11. We did that a long time ago. Taliban isn't Al-Qaeda.
Sweet summer child.
I don't know what your point is, John. We went to Afghanistan to get bin Laden. Everything is stupid adventurism.
So, was anything accomplished in Afghanistan?
Military contractors made billions. Just a reminder. The US spent more on air conditioning 20B in Iraq and Afghanistan yearly than the budget for NASA 19B.
Hey man, it get hot out there.
You know what they say, if you can't take the heat, get out of the oven.
People in glass houses sink SHSH ships.
Don't cross the road if you can't get out of the kitchen.
Fuck. Ass.
Make like a tree, and get the fuck out me bar.
Almost 20 years, and what do we have to show for it? How many deaths? How many dollars wasted? And for what it's worth, I'll believe in a troop withdrawal when it actually happens.
We get a pinky promise that they will totally renounce their violent ways.
They really want to end the war in Afghanistan before the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks.
Trump really wants a win of any kind.
You notice the shocking amount of, on paper, wins he's pushing for lately. Must be something happening later this year he wants to rev up support before.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.